Hey, I'm Jamey from Stonemaier Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in the game, The Gang, which is a little hard to say. The game is called The Gang, and this is a cooperative poker game. We played it at 4 players at game night recently. We played it back-to-back twice. We won the first time. We lost the second time. And I had a blast. I really enjoyed it. And part of the reason is that I play a lot of poker just for fun with friends for years before hosting my weekly game nights. I do miss poker to a certain extent, but I've never played it cooperatively. And this twist on poker was really, really interesting. Here's what it looks like on the table. I mean, this is a poker hand. It doesn't tell you all that much about the game, but this is the image that I found on Board Game Geek. So the standard way to play is Texas Hold'em. So you're dealt 2 cards, and then over the course of the round, you are going to, or the course of the hand, really, you're going to deal 3 cards, and then 1 card, and then 1 card. So you're going to see 5 cards on the flop. Standard poker stuff. The twist is that each round, and let's see if I can find a photo. Really, there aren't many photos here. This one kind of shows it. There are these tokens that look like this. And they're numbered 1 through 6, I believe, depending on the number of players. They're different colors. And basically, in the first, when you get your first information in the game, so when you get your hand of cards, before you get any other information, you can signal to other players how good you think your hand is by using these tokens. So if I think my hand is really good and I'm playing in a 4-player game, I might choose the white token that has 4 stars on it. And it's just, I'm touching that token. I'm maybe dragging it towards me. It's nice that they are tokens. They slide across the table. I'm just signaling it. I'm not saying I know any information. I can't directly say any information. I'm just showing players that I have a pretty good hand. And then you do it again after the flop. So you reveal the flop, and then maybe your status changed. Maybe I went from having a really good hand, like this hand, and then maybe 3 2s come out on the flop, and I suddenly don't have a good hand anymore. Or maybe it's still pretty good. We don't know yet. We only know the flop. And so I'll use the next color of token, or we'll all use them, and we'll demonstrate how good we think our hands are then. And you keep doing this 4 times until the 4th time is the time that really matters. And this is the mechanism in the game. So rather than playing poker to win, you're playing poker cooperatively to accurately guess with hidden information the power level of each hand. And like I said, in the first 3 poker chips that you're moving around and signaling to other players, it's just a signal. It doesn't really matter. It's the 4th one that matters. If you get it correct, so if in a 4-player game, if we all guess the correct order of how powerful our hands are, then we win that round. And you're trying to win 3 rounds before you lose 3 rounds in terms of the guessing. Again, you're not trying to have the best poker hand. You're trying to accurately say the order of power of each of your hands, and that's noted on this reference card in front of you. I really like the component of the poker chips. You're not betting in this game, but you still have poker chips in a poker themed game, and they actually work really well. You're touching them. Maybe multiple players are touching one. They're like, okay, I think we both should go for this one. Maybe not, maybe so. You drag it towards you. They drag it back towards them. It slides across the table really well. But my favorite mechanism in the game, and I don't have a great photo of it here. It might be a little bit on the back of the box. Let's see. It's a cool looking box too. Yeah, it's kind of here. It's kind of here. If you win the round, so if you accurately guess correctly, the game gets a little bit harder temporarily. So for the next round that you play, you reveal a card like this security cameras card, because the theme is that you're robbing a bank. And that card makes things a little bit more difficult for the next round, and only the next round. After that, the security cameras go away. And again, if you won the round, then you reveal a different card that puts a twist on the new round. Or if you lost that round, the game gets a little easier temporarily for the next round. So you draw a card that, like this mastermind, that makes you a little better in the next round. It's a brilliant combination. I really like this idea of making things a little bit worse or a little bit better. And while it does remind me of The Crew, I think this game has been compared to The Crew, and accurately so. This is a cooperative twist on a classic card game. And The Crew, I really like in The Crew that you ramp up from level to level. If you beat level 1, you move on to level 2. I like that. I think that works really well. But I really like in The Gang that they built this leveling style system, this make things a little bit easier, a little bit harder, into the core flow of the game. This isn't something that you feel like you're going on an ongoing set of missions. It's just multiple attempts within the same game. It flows really well. And I really like this in terms of difficulty scaling too in a cooperative game. that throughout the game itself, you're not setting the difficulty level before the game. Rather, you're tweaking it as you play the game, as you do something really well or as you do something poorly and you fail. So yeah, that is my favorite mechanism in the game. Let's see if I have any other thoughts about the game. Yeah, those are my favorite mechanisms. The idea of signaling until it really matters, and then you have to choose your status. The use of poker chips in the game, in a poker themed game, but in a different way than betting, and this idea of making the game a little bit harder or a little bit easier on an ongoing basis as you're playing the game. Those are my favorite mechanisms in the game. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you have the chance to play it. And if you think of any other games that do this, any other cooperative games that make the game a little bit easier, a little bit harder on an ongoing basis throughout the game, let me know in the comments below. Thanks.